One. Good day, everyone. Melbourne train guy here.
No, that's my line. It is in fact Melbourne Train Guy here. Welcome back to the channel and another video. We are of course joined by the one and only Mega Sim Gamer.
Hello.
Just trying to turn my safety systems on here. If I can get my
I don't know if
cursor on the
they've done
dang
an
thing.
update to this route. It looks so much better than before. Although, mind you, I did change my Xbox settings the other day.
That does tend to help sometimes. They have been doing a lot of, what's the word? Optimization, that's the word. They've been doing a lot of optimizations, and I have noticed that the West Coast main line has been a lot smoother. I think
Yeah,
I'm
definitely.
set up. I've got lights, I've got driving conditions.
Every time I play this on TSW, it reminds me that I've actually been here before. Only once, and it was very brief, but I have actually been here. It's very noisy.
I wish that there was Australian content in the game.
Already.
It is. I'm reverser forward, wondering why the train's not making any beepy sounds.
Right, off to Watford Junction we go.
I'm still clearing all of my alarms. Once I get my train moving,
TAS is kicking off.
I don't know if we're allowed to move the train before all of those alarms have been acknowledged and silenced.
Yeah, you can.
Oh, you can? Okay, so I could have been rolling already. I'm sure the passengers in the back are a little bit annoyed, having paid quite a large amount of money to be on the train.
Do you know what? I think I saw a documentary last year, and I believe between London and Manchester in peak time, it's £350 for a return. I hope that's not true.
No way. See, this is one of those things that it blows my mind, figuratively of course. Every time I hear just how expensive train travel is in the UK, I can jump on a train on my local line and travel to the next state over, and it costs me less than 20 bucks. It might have gone up since the last time I've done it, but like, it's very cheap in Australia to use public transport. And it blows my mind how expensive, if I can get my words right, it is to take a train in the UK. I don't get it. I really don't get it.
Yeah, me neither. I mean, we have things like rail cards, obviously, which are like discount cards and stuff that you can get. You can get discounts, but
I don't know about the other states because I can only speak from my experience from Victoria and Western Australia. But for the most part, it's electronic cards now. We call them a Mikey card in Victoria, and it's called a Smart Rider card in Western Australia. But you tag on or you touch on when you get on the train, and then you I don't need brake, I need power. And then you touch off or tag off when you get off the train, and it just calculates your fare in the background. It's usually about $2 or $3 to use the train for a day.
yeah, we have something very similar. It's not stretched across all of the UK or even all of England, and I think it's only been where I live for about 5 years now. But you can just use like a regular bank card at the station. You can just touch in through the barriers and go to where you're going.
Nice.
Touch out through the barriers.
They're starting to introduce that in Victoria. They're changing some of the RFID readers to allow you to use your Apple Pay, I think it is, or your Android wallet. You can get the smart card as a card in your wallet, which is really cool to kind of remove that little extra card you have to think about carrying. But I don't know. I kind of loved the whole use your phone to pay for things when it first started going about.
Just Pendalino there, coming in on the slow lines.
Yep, I was just about to make a comment on that exact same Pendalino. Looks like we might be at about the same spot.
Going up to about 50 miles an hour.
I'm just going to correct my touch of overspeed. It would not be a video with Melbourne Train Guy if there wasn't a little bit of overspeed.
you know what? Where's the fun in a TSW video if you're not speeding?
Well, with me at least, it's usually speeding or spatting. I'm trying to get better at it, but I considered becoming Melbourne Spad guy for a little bit there.
What a name.
Yeah, I think there's a few others that have the claim to the Spad title, so I didn't feel right taking it.
When you hit 150 subscribers, you've got to change your name.
You know what, that's actually not a bad idea. As a little cheeky milestone, when I hit 150 subs, I'll change my name to Melbourne Spad Guy for a week. And I'll, just to make it more fun, I'll do a couple of BR videos that week too, because then there might actually be a few Spads. I am rubbish with the old trains.
When I first bought Northern Transpennine, every semaphore signal I was just passing at reds and things. It was just awful.
I still don't fully understand the semaphore signaling. If it's a single signal, I can understand it. But when you have the additional ones for your turn-offs and your switches, 710, nice. I get confused.
That one's a 4-car, nice. Because obviously you've got the 5-car variant on this route.
You do, yes. I don't believe they have different stopping. Oh, and a shed. Hello. We have some HOAs.
Do we? Oh, nice. HKAs. I've got a Freightliner from Creators Club.
Well, I think we might have just figured out that Melbourne Train Guy is running the intermodal timetable and Mega Sim Gamer is running the regular timetable.
Why, was that a HOA for you?
It was indeed an HOA for me.
So you get HOAs on?
You do. The HOAs and I'm confusing myself. The HKAs get swapped.
That makes sense, because it's a cargo line timetable. Yep. Yeah, okay.
Yeah, I was just about to say, and the FKAs get swapped with the FCAs.
Yeah, okay, that makes sense. Because obviously it's a Skyhook Games thing.
Yeah. Do you have the cargo line Volume 3?
I don't have Volume 3, I do have Volume 2. I want to pick up... I would have all the cargo lines, but in my opinion, and that's my personal opinion, because obviously, you know, if I was a very, very big freight person, I probably would have got it at full price. But if it was £5, I'd have definitely got it at full price. But I'm not... I do like my freight, I'm just not a massive freight person.
Oh no, I absolutely understand. Cargo line is a very... Ooh, we have a 350 going by. Very nice. It worried me for a moment there. It's changing track, and it almost looked like it was going to come onto my track. A little bit of a clencher moment there.
Yeah, it's going over. 105 limit, coming up to Wembley Yard and all its things.
I'm just now approaching the 120 board. Looks like I might have a slight lead here. Oh.
Yeah, you definitely do.
I have gone 1 mile per hour over twice now, so a little bit of speeding.
This 390 is probably one of Dovetail's better DLC in the game, in my opinion.
Honestly, the only thing you can say to knock the 390 is the fact that it wasn't included with the route and that it was a separate DLC. That's the only bad thing you can say. It's one of the best DLC trains. Probably the only one that beats it in my opinion, and this is only because I'm a pretty big ScotRail fan at the minute, is the 158.
The 380.
I like the 380, but I've always really just liked diesels more. I don't know why. And I will admit that the 158 does remind me a lot of a train we have in Victoria as well, so there's probably a little bit of nostalgia there.
I don't know why, but when running the 9-car Pendalino, it feels so short.
I usually forget which is which between the stroke 0 and the stroke 1. But whatever the shorter version is, because it's the stroke 0, thank you. Because it performs a little bit better having less train on the route. I typically drive that one. It's one of those things that's kind of stuck from being a PS4 player for so long. Like even I've got a habit of zooming the map all the way out because on the PS4 that genuinely saved me a little bit of FPS. Ooh, tube stock. Nice.
Oh, hello.
And another one. Nice. DJ Khaled in the house. Another one.
Be the best music.
Oh my days. Oh my days. I've got a lot of things to say about that man, but I won't say them on an evergreen video. We'll keep it G. We'll keep it G rated, but he's a very annoying person. I call him the Pokemon man because he only knows how to say his own name.
By the way, massive congratulations to you for hitting 100 subscribers.
Thank you. Thank you. It's it was a bit of a grind to get there. A little bit of a frog in the throat. I've got this very persistent frog. It just won't go away. Pardon me. No, thank you. It was
a 710.
Ooh, I didn't see the 710. I was busy looking at the 350 and a tube stock waiting just behind the 710.
The 350's off the back of the platform.
This is one of the things I love.
He's stopped halfway down.
The 350. I think the 350 has the, I don't know what you call it, but where if there's no platform, the door doesn't
SDO.
open. SDO. Thank you.
Yes, selective door opening is what it stands for.
I figured out how to do that
in the UK.
In the I figured out how to do that in the 377s with the open and closed door buttons. If you press, I don't know why I'm looking at my buttons in the Pendalino, this isn't the train. If you press one of the open door buttons, it only opens the doors for your 4-car unit.
Yes, yeah. In the UK we have a system called... No, so I've been cutting you off all day, mate. It's one of them, isn't it? In the UK we have what's called CASDO and we have ASDO as well. And CASDO is Carriage Automatic Selective Door Opening. So basically, say you have an 8-car train and 7.5 carriages. Sound effect in the background, but say, what was I going to say? Say you have an 8-car train and 7.5 carriages are on the platform. Basically, CASDO will basically not open carriages in the 8th car because only half of it is on the platform. Whereas ASDO, which is automatic selective door opening, that will open the first carriage in the first door in the 8th carriage, but not the second one because it's off the back of the platform.
Right, so it's a case of they both do the same job, but one is maybe a little bit more advanced, or maybe requires. Okay, yep.
Yeah. So 110.
I'm just coming up to, Watford, which I'm just noticing now I do have to stop at, so I might actually need to do something about that.
I've just passed Bushy at 100 miles an hour.
I was quite prepared to just run right through Watford. I'm so used to just having a straight run from Euston to Milton Keynes. But I figured for a race it would kind of be fun to have a station stop to give to make it a little bit more interesting.
Yeah.
I'm coming in at like 90 miles per hour. This is not good. I'm going to go into like
I'm coming around
braking.
the bend at 70.
Oh jeez. No, I don't think I'm going to make this stopboard.
Uh-oh.
I'm in 6. I'm doing 60 at 100 yards out. Oh no. Oh no. Oh, terrible. Is this going to be a Nebworth?
That's not too far from me, that Nebworth.
Oh my days. quality. I've
Just
got,
entering the platform at 40. Did you get an objective failure?
No. I managed to get 3 doors in platform. Oh, actually, no, sorry, 2 doors, because that door's a staff door, so not the best work. That's terrible. I'm going to close
saying
some of
that,
these doors.
I'm going to miss it too.
Oh my goodness.
Oh dear. Right, I've stopped. I think I may have just... Okay, we're all on, but if there was a driver manager assessing me in real life, that would not be okay. My cab is off the platform.
Oh no, I don't have a job at the end of this run. There's someone waiting for me at Milton Keynes to take the train off me, no doubt. As this 350 sits there waiting to narc on me, I'm out of job. Off to the job centre.
There's a lot at
Oh my
Watford
goodness.
Junction. Let me just save it and hope it doesn't crash.
I'm going to wait for the actual time objective rather than doing my usual leave early.
I normally leave
Because
about
that would
30
make
seconds
sense.
prior to departure. Because that's obviously
What's
a big
that
thing in the
350
UK.
doing? You know, I will admit, since watching your videos, I have started doing the closed doors 30 seconds out and then have the wheels rolling as it goes ding on the objective thing there. So I am learning a little bit from you in terms of how the real guys do it over there. I'm gonna have a
isn't
nosy
that
while I'm
sweet?
waiting.
That 350's waiting for this Pendalino. Is he moving? Yes, he is. He's going. And the southern one's off as well. Nice.
Ooh, there's a 377.
It's weird to
I'm
think
going
that
to
this
have
journey
to,
we've just done in about 15 minutes, the 710's do in about 50.
I know. Although, to be fair,
I do love the
really love...
overground services.
Yeah, I was just about to say, I was going to say the exact same thing. I'm not a big fan of the mild May, but
I don't own it.
if I'm being, it's a good route. It's a very well detailed route. I think if I had to sum it up without going into a rant, it's just a little bit buggy. Yeah. But it's one of those things where I know people can be a little bit hard on some of the third-party developers for Train Sim World, but this is one of those cases where it's legitimately just a guy like Johannes made this on his own, and fair play. It's a fun drive, but unfortunately for him, in terms of overground, the Goblin came first, and it is a spectacular route.
I do love the Goblin. I love spamming
it's
this
good.
390's horn.
I do love that it is spammable. A lot of trains, if you go to click your thumbstick in, it'll cut out if you don't... how do you word it without... Like, you can't spam it like a keyboard key, if that makes any sense at all. I am away from Watford now. Hopefully, I do a better job pulling into.
You might have
Milton
had a head
Keynes.
start because you've got a few meters advantage because you didn't just stop on the platform. I'm up to 50 miles an hour though.
I'm just hitting 50 now, although I did go pretty much straight into 4.
I started at 2, then went up to 3 at about 15, and then went up to 4 at 20.
I was in a little bit of a rush to get away from that shameful stop. My word.
By the way,
Passing.
Dovetail Games. When is the 87 and Flying Scotsman layer coming for this route? It was there when they showcased the update, but I haven't seen it. TSD.
There was a There was a update showcase? I might have missed something here.
Back in December when they done the new timetable, you remember how the old timetable wasn't great and they showcased the new one?
No. To be honest, I might have actually been on the PS4 still back then. So I really wasn't paying attention
right,
to...
okay.
Yeah, and I legitimately only had the Pendo and the 350. I had no other layers.
Yeah, so basically when this route came out, it had about, I think it was somewhere in the region of about half the services it has now.
We have a shed just passing.
Oh, shed. DB.
Yep.
Intermodal. There'll be something different for you.
No, it was a intermodal. I didn't quite see what the logo was, but it was an FKA rate. So it would have been the same for you.
Oh, right, so the original wagons that came with... Well, they were
Western
included in Great
Express.
Western. Yeah, and then they were included in the East Coast Main Line.
I
don't know if they're included in this route.
Trying to think. DBC, Tones as I'm running
really
Express.
great.
I've got a beautiful sunny day. I did turn dynamic weather off.
It's just started raining. Raining.
I should have left dynamic weather on. I do love a bit of a shower.
Dynamic weather.
It's great.
It never really does anything, but I do love dynamic weather.
Well, it's either raining or it's on its way to be raining, I find.
Yeah. I love the 390s wipers. Like, whoever came up with that is a genius.
Man, I really wish I'd left
wide.
dynamic weather on now.
It's a shame you can't use the windscreen wash. TSW5 question mark.
Well, expect the unexpected, DTG Matt did say. And who would expect the window wash feature to be included?
Well, maybe we've ruined it now.
Oh, dang it. 6 days out and we've ruined the surprise. Although, to be
yes,
fair...
it is only 6 days.
Unironically, if you can remember the season of reveals and how lackluster, perhaps the word is, some of those were, it's not entirely out of the ballpark for the window wash feature to be included as like a key feature. It would be sad and good, but it would be not out of the question.
Do you know what? I wish we did have that, because in the UK, when it becomes summer, trains just get covered in flies, bugs, insects. So the windscreen wash is quite important. And obviously you hear drivers tell stories of like, oh, I thought that was going to be emergency brakes, then DSD and AWS went off at the same time. But you hear drivers say like, it's quite important, and if it runs out, they could have to cancel the train because they can't see anything because their windscreen's just covered in flies.
I think at the very least, if they offer expert level locomotives, they need to include all of those types of features, as the whole gimmick of an expert class locomotive is as true to real life as we can possibly get in a video game. So if they brought in something like hint hint nudge nudge DTG if you're watching a expert class 93 or class 99, then oh yeah, I still have so much copium for the hopium, the other one, for the class 68 being included in Train Sim World 6.
Yeah, so do I. I'd love to see, heck, at peak time, that'll be absolutely chocker. Nobody will be able to move.
But it's Train Sim
World
World
of that service.
It's empty.
Yeah, but the reason why I don't think we'll get a 68 or an 88 anytime soon is because Skyhook Games are making the 20, and they've debranded it, which makes me feel like the DRS license might have only been a one-time thing.
Well, I think, while maybe not exactly on the spot, you're probably pretty close to how I kind of think licensing works with Train Sim World, in that purely having the license doesn't mean that they can just use it all willy-nilly. So like the DRS66 would have given them all what they needed for the branding on the 66, and they may have needed to renegotiate or seek permission to like extend the license, and DRS might have come along and said, yeah, no, we're happy with what we have so far. So like it might not be a case of it was only a one time for that one thing, or it's cancelled. It could be on a case by case, let's have a look and see, and maybe they just didn't think the 20 was worth having their stuff on.
Yeah, I mean, never say never down the line.
Well, this is it. I don't know why. So many 350s, lovely. I don't know why, but the fact that Skyhook have not announced anything pertaining to Cargo Line Volume 6, and so far they've come out in pairs, relatively close to each other. And I don't... Well, I mean, I could be wrong, and Cargo Line 5 could be where they leave it. I don't know. I can't figure out what 6 could be, and this is, I think, where the hopium's coming in, that maybe it's not going to be a Cargo Line wagon pack, but maybe a Loco DLC pack. And maybe they were saving the DRS branding for the 68, because that also, if I'm not mistaken, doesn't the 68 pull the nuclear flasks also?
Yes, it does. Also, DRS have the Class 88, which is just basically an electric version of the 68. That would be cool to see.
Ooh, that would be nice to see. But also, the DRS with some nuclear flasks would slot very nicely onto an East Coast mainline Edinburgh to Newcastle, which is kind of my bag at the minute. On basically every Discord that I'm a member of, I'm spamming the absolute heck out of the idea that that's going to be our Train Sim World 6 core route. A beautiful Edinburgh to Newcastle run. Wouldn't it be great?
Never mind, it's just a temporary isolation fault, but I think that's always lit up on the left hand side. 16 miles to Milton Keynes. 16
miles. I'm also at 16 miles. Temporary isolation fault. Let me have a squizzy.
On the left hand side above the speed set.
On the left hand panel, is that the oh yeah, no, I see it there. On the TPWS panel.
Yeah.
Hang on a minute. Let me give the temporary isolation a bump to normal. Does that change it? No. Huh. I shouldn't be playing around with switches while I'm trying to drive, but now this is going to bug me until I figure it out.
I wonder what it is. I don't know. Oh, DSD. It's still very, very lightly raining for me. Like, it's barely even worth having the wipers on, and I've only got them on the lowest setting.
Lovely. I am actually catching up to the tail end of a shed. And
I can't see a shed.
My weather is a beautiful August afternoon, morning rather. Ooh, nice. It's a FCA rake. We have a lovely selection of colourful TEUs. I want to see what's pulling that.
TEAs?
FCA, sorry.
Oh, right. Yeah. I heard TEA. I was like, heck, fuel.
And that is a DVC. So that will probably
I've not passed anything.
Did you not have a shed?
No shed. Unless it's a bit further up for me.
Keep your... I don't know what stations these are. Let me actually see what I just passed. That might help.
I just passed Cheddington, I believe that was.
Yep, so...
Yeah, Cheddington.
If you don't see it now or relatively soon, this could be a service that is part of the Cargo Line Volume 3 timetable and not the original.
Oh, there is a shed just passing the next station. Leighton Buzzard, there's a shed just going through there now.
Towards Milton Keynes Way or towards Euston Way?
Yeah, towards Milton Keynes.
No, this was... Oh, yeah, yep, Milton Keynes. Nice.
Yeah, northbound.
What was she
Green
pulling?
signals as far as the eye can see.
Nice. 390.
Oh, I've not got past it yet. I just checked the map just to see if it's there. Oh, there's a 390. Looks like a stroke 1, 11 car. I hope one day we'll see an 805/807 pack for this. And maybe they could also do an 802 and an 800 for Great Western Express. Rivet Games. Wink wink.
Well, again, this is one of those things where, wouldn't it slot ever so nicely into an East Coast mainline, Edinburgh to Newcastle, if we had Lumo and an 80X, whatever they use, that could be reskinned into an 80X for one of these routes. Rivet, wink, wink, nudge, nudge, if you've got one of your timetable packs on the stove there. I really
want...
want...
It's an 803 from Lumo. I'd love to see the one that... because they have a Smurf livery one.
Ooh. It's got to be Papa Smurf.
Right, just gone through the tunnels. Is that shed in those tunnels? I haven't passed them. This shed's motoring a lot.
Is it on your map?
Yeah, it's on the map. I've not passed it yet. It's just round this bend. Round this right-hand bend. It's a beautiful summer's day again, apparently. Rain stopped. There it is. It's an intermodal rake.
Nice.
It looks like a DB cargo.
So it looks like that will be the West Coast, sorry, what are we on? Yeah, West Coast Mainline, Class 66. Which means that...
well, it's the only DB one I own, so yeah, it definitely will be.
Do you not have the GWE? Oh no, that's DBS.
Yeah, but that's DB Senko.
No, it occurred to me in hindsight. I can watch that train wreck of a comment back in slow mo. 5.8 miles.
I hope both of the GWE66s do get an upgrade to even the TSW5 just to make them usable, because I do like that DB Schenker livery, but we just can't use it. Well, you can, but I would rather use literally any other variant of the 66.
I don't like either of the GWE66s. I don't know, because I don't really know much about them in real life, but they just it seems like the physics are way off.
I mean, I live on the East Coast mainland south. We don't really get many sheds where I'm from. I think we get one GPRF service a day, J&A wagons, and that's it. Well, during the day anyway. Obviously during night a lot more will run down. But yeah, we don't really get much freight traffic.
Oh, you don't get much freight traffic at all. I was going to say, what's pulling the freight if it's not the shed?
Oh, it's always a shed. I don't know if it's 100% always a shed, but the only times I've seen it has been a shed. We also get the occasional sheds when
I'm just passing that depot. What's it called?
Bletchley carriage sidings.
I think that is the one. Yes.
Off to the right, yeah. There was a train derailment there recently, a couple of months ago.
We actually had
absolute carnage.
We had a trail derail. Oh, I can't speak. We had a train derail in Melbourne not too long ago, actually.
Yeah, luckily it was just empty stock move.
Oh no, there were people on this one. No one got hurt. No one got hurt. It was a late evening service, so it was really light. But it's I think it's more brought into question the age of the rail infrastructure.
Yeah, I mean, we had the Transport for Wales 2 158s colliding on a single line. Not well. I think that was the start of this year.
How does that happen? On a single line? Surely it's staff and token or something, or electric staff and token.
You would like to think. I think it was just.
I am coming in way too fast.
Yeah, as am I. Just doing about 60.
Oh no, I was doing 80. I'm going to get that way down.
We know that the reason why they collided is because they're both on one line and the brakes on one unit failed. That's how they collided. But we don't know what put them in that situation, or I at least believe we don't know. I've not read into it that much because obviously it's
okay, I have managed to absolutely save myself from spatting. I'm going to get my train stopped and then I'm going to gawk at the shed that's just pulling into Milton Keynes.
We've seen a lot of sheds today, I feel like.
Oh wow, there's a shed pulling in and there's a Pendalino pulling in. I've got an EWS.
See, that shed's already stopped there for me. I've got a DB.
What have we got? Hang on, let me get the right camera. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Nice. Where did that shed go?
And there's the Pendo crawling in.
It doesn't have a tail lamp on. That's good. Its hazard lights are flashing. That's another bug I wish that Dovetail would sort out relatively soon. Tail lights are on.
And stopped at Milton Keynes.
And it's... Ooh! Okay, so this is one of those things that I really love about the cargo line packs. I have a mixed FKA and FCA rake on the back of this shed.
There's no tail lamp on this. Well, on the back anyway. I don't know about the front.
No, the first thing I checked was, does it have a tail lamp on the front of the train? Because that's another bug I wish would get sorted out relatively quickly. I have the instruction to lock my doors, but I'm just going to wait for you to get to about the same time. Just to...
Oh, I've locked my doors.
Oh, have you? Let me get mine locked then also. Too busy gawking at this shed. I was going to say for the purposes of syncing it all together, but... take over the train.
Trigger happy.